Neglect is a huge stressor. Every child needs to know that there is an adult there who will come and take care of them when they're in need. When somebody comes to you and they're very apparently agitated, there's some certain questions that are going through their mind. Do you even care about who I am and what I'm saying? And it's your job as a professional to convince them that you care. The second question that you must immediately answer in an agitated person's mind is, do you hear me? And then the third question is, do you get me? Often we get in our own little mind and we think we hear what somebody is telling us, but we put our own preconceived ideas on that, and we're not really listening. If you don't get somebody, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions until you understand, clarify what it is they're looking from you, the information that they're trying to get from you or express to you.
I think that some kids come to school just to be with that special person that does support them throughout their educational career. If you don't feel like you're worthy, if you don't feel like you can put that backpack down, then you just kind of check out. It's essential that educators are immersed in trauma-informed care. They have to be able to recognize that something's going on with the child. A lot of times, people will say, well, what's wrong with that kid? And it's not what's wrong with that kid, it's what's happened to that kid. And how can we address what has happened to that kid? What does long-term mental health therapy look like for a kid? Some parents are open to that and some parents aren't. So if I could have the ear of the parent, I would say, we've created these resources at the site to help kids mitigate their ACEs. If you're dealing with kids who have ACEs, understand that they have triggers, and you need to find out what those are.
So you have that child that is experiencing some negative trauma, if you will. And so they are learning from cues from their primary caretakers, parents, relatives, neighbors, and different things like that. But there are also daily struggles that we cannot avoid. There's always some level of stress, trauma that we deal with on a daily basis. Do I have the tools that if those stressors come my way, I can stay within my resilience zone? I don't get highly activated and responsive to something that normally would knock me out of my resilience zone. So it's that ability to regulate yourself, because unfortunately we don't live in a bubble where we can insulate ourselves from the trauma that comes about on a daily basis. So we want to be able to have some tools in our toolkit in order to work to combat those forces.
We have to, as professionals, answer these 4 questions, and you have to convince that client, that patient, that whatever the relationship is, that student, if you're a teacher, that I care, I hear you, I get you, I feel you. And when you answer those 4 questions, you're going to get their cooperation and you're going to get their compliance a whole lot quicker than if you skip any one of those 4 questions.